And Village Board, you are live. DRB, rather.
Good morning. I call to order the Design Review Board for Tuesday, October 11th, 2022. The first item on our agenda are the minutes of June 21st, July 5th, July 19th, August 2nd, August 16th, and September 6th, 2022. Are there any questions or corrections? If not, then I would entertain a motion to approve. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Cheryl, thank you. Do I have a second?
Well done.
I'll second.
Thank you. Amy, all in favor?
Aye.
Great. The next item on our agenda are the windows and doors at 30 Park Place. Is the applicant present? Okay, Billy, thank you. Bring us up to date. Thank you.
Morning, Chairman, members of the board. The applicant was here at the last meeting, but I haven't made it here yet. It's a simple change to the facade of the building. It would be more like the southerly side of the building where there's existing windows and they're just filling in the windows with in-kind materials, and it's due to an interior alteration of the building. So it's fairly minor in nature. They're going to match the existing materials and colors that.
Okay, thank you. So with that said, board members, any questions? If not, then may I have a motion to approve the application?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Oh, second.
Cheryl, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. Billy, thank you. The next item on our agenda is the Hunting Inn at 94 Main Street. Is the applicant present? Thank you. Good morning. Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone. Martha Reichert from Toomey, Latham, Shea, Kelly, Dubin, and Cordero, 33 West 2nd Street, Riverhead, New York, for the applicant, the Hunting Inn.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are before you now. I guess this is a second meeting in response to a memorandum that was prepared by Village Planner Billy Hayjack, where we submitted additional renderings to the board to show the nature and scope of the handicap improvements, as well as plans and elevations for the cabanas that are proposed by the swimming pool. But let me just back up and give you a little bit of an overview of the project. So the Hunting Inn is proposing to make several improvements to the property that will make the property overall more ADA accessible for its patrons. And that includes several redesigned walkways and a ramp that will provide ADA access into the building itself through the back. And that goes around from the parking lot to a covered porch, which will then enter into an expanded lobby area that is also being expanded to house a 3-story addition to the building, which will contain an elevator so the guests can access the upper floors. Also part of the application is a proposed swimming pool in the back courtyard area. And we have, I have Matt Jadlika from McLean & Associates here to address the landscaping plan, should you have any questions. And there are also 3 cabanas that are proposed. These cabanas are all open air, and there's 3 of them. Their aggregate square footage is less than the 250 maximum that's allowed for a pool house, right? Which is a common accessory structure when you have a swimming pool. And then other more minor parts of the application are the relocation of existing shed, in conjunction with this new handicap accessible walkway and ramp to gain access to the building.
Thank you for bringing us up to date. Thank you. So, board members, any questions about any of the presentation? Okay. If not, then this concludes our preliminary review, and we're going to send this application to the ZBA. So that's
Okay.
what we'll do. Thank you.
Thank you very
I'd like
much.
to make a comment.
Yes, Cheryl, please.
You know, I can go along with the elevator, handicap. The one thing I can't go along with is the swimming pool and the cabanas. I think that's not necessary. It's a country inn, and you're turning it into a resort. And I don't think that's right. And you're right on Main Street, the Hampton Jitney comes in and has access to the swimming pool, and there'll probably be a noise element. One thing I think we have to take into consideration is the neighbors. You receive from letters, a lot of it is about the landscaping, and they have not kept up with the landscaping. The road has died, the fence around the back is deteriorated. And so there are concerns, but I can go along with all the improvements you want to make with the elevator and that, but I can't go along with the swimming pool. That's my opinion.
I appreciate those comments. Could I just make a brief statement on that?
Please.
Thank you. So I read the letters that were submitted by neighbors and I understand their concerns. I think that's one of the reasons why we have a landscaping plan that, in fact, the village code requires a 20-foot vegetated buffer within the transitional yard. In the area of the pool, we are proposing to vegetate all the way the full 40 feet. And in terms of being visible from Main Street, right, when people get off the Jitney and it's sort of one of the welcoming points of the village, none of these improvements will be visible from Main Street. They also won't be visible from the Hunting Inn. So I do understand the neighbors' concerns, and something that we've sort of talked about in reviewing this application was that if this was a single family residence, the swimming pool would be able to be built as of right. It wouldn't need any variances because it meets all of the setbacks for a single family residents. So while I understand the concerns, the current owners who are new owners, so I also understand that there is a covenanted landscaping plan with respect to the parking area that some of the neighbors have discussed. That's not part of this application, but in the interest of being good neighbors with everyone, I think that's something that I can go back to my clients and discuss, that it's been raised by members of the community. And also that, you know, we want to make sure that we're good neighbors to all. And I think that the owners, we've proposed hours of operation for the swimming pool that are mindful of the neighbors, so that this won't be something, there's no intent to, I mean, there's also, there's no intent to turn this into a year-round resort such as Gurney's. In terms of the swimming pool, the use of the swimming pool will be limited to the hotel guests. It's not going to be an aquatic center, right? Which would be a different kind of use. So while I hear your comments and those of the neighbors, my clients are hopeful that they will be able to provide an amenity that other inns in the village do have. The Baker House has a swimming pool, and it's a commonplace feature in most inns.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so that concludes our preliminary review, and we'll forward this application to the ZBA. And that's okay. Okay, that concludes our agenda for today. Do we have any questions or anything about it? If not, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. See you all at the next meeting.